Hello and welcome to our virtual Lunch and Learn today. Today we're going to be finding out about Rockwell Automation's Learning Plus virtual training platform. My name is Rachel Green and I'm the Digital Communications Specialist here at McNaughton-McKay Electric Company. And presenting for us today is Sydney LaHoughton, Services Specialist out of our Norcross, Georgia location. Feel free to ask any questions you have in the comments as we go along. I'll be keeping track of those, and we will have a Q&A segment at the end for Sydney to answer those questions. We'll be getting started shortly, but we'd like to allow a few minutes for attendees to join us here. As you come in, let us know where you're tuning in from in the comment section. You can view recordings of previous virtual Lunch and Learns on our YouTube channel under the Virtual Lunch and Learn playlist, and we cover a new topic every Wednesday at noon, so be sure to join us on your lunch break. For anyone just coming in, welcome to our virtual Lunch and Learn today. Find out about Rockwell Automation Learning Plus. Let us know where you're joining us from. Please submit all questions for the Q&A portion in the comments section as we go along. And Sydney will be talking to us about the Learning Plus training platform and why now is a good time to pursue virtual training. We will read out your questions during the Q&A segment at the end for Sydney's presentation, and feel free to submit those at any time as we go through her presentation today. If you'd like to reach out afterward, or if you have further questions for Sydney, you can send us an email at the email address there on your screen, macamaclive@mc-mc.com. Just be sure to let us know which session you attended and we'll direct your questions to Sydney directly. We'll have that email address on the screen at the end for you as well. All right, let's go ahead and get started. Sydney, I'll pass it over to you.
Okie dokie. Hey, you guys, my name is Sydney LaHoughton from Mac, like Rachel said, out of the Norcross office here in Georgia. Today, I'm going to be talking to you guys about the newest training offering we have from Rockwell. And it's basically just virtual training, which I feel like is now more important than ever. So this is just an agenda of what I'll be going over today. First, I'll be going over why the solution was created, as well as more about what the offering is. And if you guys are interested, I'll be going over how you can get your hands on it and order it, as well as a demo that shows what the platform looks like. So why Learning Plus? So I know, and I'm sure you guys know even better, now is a very hard time to make time for training, and it was even prior to the pandemic. There was a study by Deloitte that showed that approximately 1% of the average work week can be given to training. So throughout the course of the year, this is only 3 days the average employee has to give towards training. Rockwell, as you guys may know, has a lot of 4- and 5-day in-person classes available. And what the study shows us is that's not really accessible for a lot of our customers. A lot of times you're working in shifts, or you guys are just understaffed, or there's fires you need to put out on the floor. And we understand that giving 4 to 5 full days of your time to training is not always a possibility. So we hope that Learning Plus can be a good solution to this and make training more accessible for you guys. Another thing to note about training in general is there's a growing workforce skills gap, and it's only getting larger. There's more and more people retiring and more jobs that need to be replaced every single year. And we feel like the pandemic had an even larger impact on this. It really accelerated the skills gap. So now more than ever, we need to get our employees trained to make sure that we are ready to help in the workforce and keep plants running the most efficiently as possible. So all in all, we're hoping that this Learning Plus platform can help us satisfy more of the market and be accessible and really make training an easy button for you guys. So now I'm going to be talking about the solution and what Learning Plus is. So before I dive into Learning Plus in specific, I just want to give you guys an overview of what our training services portfolio looks like today. So on the left, you'll see Learning Plus. This is our self-paced virtual training model. And this is our broadest base of access for many of our customers. But we understand that none of our training offerings are standalone for our customers. Even if you like the self-paced aspect of Learning Plus, you may still value and really get value out of the demos from instructor-led training. So that is still an option as well. Instructor-led training is not going anywhere, and that gives you the hands-on demo unit as well as the capability to talk to the customer or to the instructor face-to-face. So I actually have good news about instructor-led training. At least in the Georgia region, we actually just opened our offices for instructor-led training June. So just a few weeks back, we started doing instructor-led training in our facilities. So if you're in the Georgia region and you're interested in doing instructor-led training, we do have a schedule of classes. This is always changing, and that is available if you prefer that demo unit or if you have more time to dedicate to training. Another thing I wanted to mention is the third training offering listed here, and that is virtual coaching. So this is actually a newer offering as well, and this allows our customers to interact with instructors and technical coaches virtually. And it's geared to be customer problem specific and plant for specific to the applications you guys have on site. So think of this as more of an informal Q&A session where you get access to instructors virtually to ask them questions about your plant floor or questions about applications that are really specific to you. Whereas Learning Plus, it's virtual, but that's going to be a lot more formal training. The agenda is going to be predefined. And then lastly, we have global workforce solutions available. So this is our consultative approach to training that we do have available. And this is really good for large workforce development opportunities. So if you have a bunch of new incoming employees that need to be trained, that would be a good opportunity. Or if you have some new production lines coming in and you need to get people trained quick and it's really broad, the training that you need to be done, we have a team who can help you specify what training is best for your team and get creative with you guys to find what works best for you. So now a little bit more about Learning Plus in specific. Learning Plus has 20 plus classes available. These are constantly growing every single year or every single quarter. There's more and more classes getting put out. And these classes, in case you're wondering, are the same classes that we offer through instructor-led. They're just done through a virtual format. So the content is the same that you would get in in-person training, except you do not have the demo units. The training covers 6+ technologies. So we have training on PLCs and control logics. We have training on HMI and visualization. We have drives training. We even have motion training on servos. We even have safety and network training available. So anything you could think of, I hope that we have the training available for you through this platform, and it's only expanding. So if there's something you're interested in and you don't see it listed on the course list right now, just be patient with us and hopefully we should add to the list soon. Another thing to note about Learning Plus is the way that the platform is laid out. So Learning Plus has 2 different training options within it. There's eLearning, and this is the self-paced pre-recorded training. This is broken up into a series of small modules, so like 20-minute modules, so you can really self-pace the training, do it when works best on your schedule. And also within Learning Plus is something called Virtual Classroom. So this is live instructor-led training done virtually. So it's just instructor-led training done through a screen, kind of like me and you are right now. So with the virtual classroom portion of Learning Plus, this allows you to interact directly with the instructor, ask them any kind of questions that you have, and it allows you to get a lot more hands-on experience as well, because the instructor will have a demo unit and he'll be showing you guys as he's working with the demo unit, so you can see it more directly. Even though you don't have the hands-on demo unit for you personally, hopefully watching the instructor will help you guys fill that gap at least a little bit. Also, another thing to note about the Learning Plus platform is there's also office hours available. So if you need more one-on-one time with the instructor, you can attend these office hours and get whatever kind of questions that you want answered. So as far as accessibility, Learning Plus is super accessible. You can go on this Learning Plus website on any tablet or any PC, and you can go on it on any browser. So Chrome, Safari, Firefox, whatever you prefer. There's no software that you need to download. All you need to do is know the website to go to, and then you can very easily access your training. So you can either take the training on site at work, or if you really are just feeling bored in your off time, you can watch the training and do the training at home in your own personal time. So This allows you to really be flexible with your schedule. We know it's not always possible to dedicate hours on end to training. So this way you can do it when works best for your schedule. And because the training is broken up into modules, you don't need to dedicate hours at a time. You can really just do 20 minutes a day or even 10 minutes a day, whatever works best for you. So a question we get asked a lot is whether or not this training is validated. So will the student get credits of completion after finishing the class? And yes, the student will get CEUs after completing the e-learning course, provided they get 80% or higher on the knowledge assessments throughout the e-learning. So here is a list of all of the courses that we have available for Learning Plus. As you can see, it's a pretty broad course list, and it goes over many different subjects. In the top right, you'll see that we also have it available in different languages. So we have it in French, Portuguese, Spanish, and German. So you'll see the classes that have the different languages have the S, F, P, G in different blue letters next to the classes. Sorry, guys. Also, I just want to clarify, every single class that you see on this list is offered through the e-learning portion of virtual training. So every single class you have on here, you can get the pre-recorded, pre-based training or self-paced training. The classes that have the V in the red are also available for a virtual classroom. So for instance, CCP 146, you can access this class for both e-learning if you want to do it self-paced and do the modules, or you can access the live instructor-led trainings. And there's a select few of them, I think maybe like 11 of them that have the virtual classroom available. That is expanding every year. We'll be releasing more classes that have the virtual classroom component as well. Also, these classes, we have both programming and maintenance courses available in a variety of subjects. So whatever fits your needs best, I hope that we have the class to fit that for your team. So how to order Learning Plus, if you guys are interested, I'm gonna be going over this. So there's two main models for purchasing Learning Plus. The first would be our FastPass model here on the left. This gives you a 90-day access to a single course for a single user. So if you purchase this, you can access the class of your choice for 3 months, and you can take that class once. If you want to have access to more classes or for a longer period of time, we also have the single user available, and this gives you year-long access to the whole e-learning library and all of the scheduled virtual classroom sessions for an entire year. So if you get the single user option, you will have access to every single class available on here and unlimited access to the virtual classroom, which is the live instructor-led training. So you may be wondering, what's the difference between the stuff on the left side of the screen in the red and the other side of the screen? So the options in red are the options available for those of you who have an active Tech Connect, an active Toolkit, or an active software support contract. And if you have one of these contracts, you actually get a discounted price for Learning Plus. And you also have the availability to get the 365-day pass, whereas if you do not have an active contract, your only option is going to be the 3-month access Fast Pass. If you have a contract, you can also get bulk access. So if you have 10 or more students that want to access Learning Plus, you can get the group user and it'll give you a discount. And then if you have 50 or more users who want to access Learning Plus, you can get the multi-user option, and that gives you an even bigger bulk discount. Another thing to note is that there's an administrator dashboard available for the group user and multi-user. So basically, one person will be able to see the progress of everyone's training through this administrator dashboard. So like I said, if you don't have a contract, don't worry, you can still access Learning Plus. You can just get it through the 90-day access, which gives you 3 months to access the class of your choice. Also, I might as well throw this out here. If you guys don't have a contract and you're interested in getting year-long access, there's currently a promotion going where if you bundle a contract with the year-long access to Learning Plus, you will get some money off of your Tech Connect contract. So just throwing that out, now's a better time than ever. If you want to get under a contract so you have more options for Learning Plus, there is better pricing now than ever to do that. Also on the right, there's the Active Educational Support Program. So this is our option for our colleges that we partner with to get this training, and they get even bigger discount. But if you are a college or a university and you would like to get access to Learning Plus, we do have options available for you as well. So if you would like to purchase Learning Plus, all you need to do is contact your local Rockwell distributor. So if you're in Norcross, that would be Mac and Mac, but depending where you are, that does differ, and you should be able to find that online. And then your distributor will get you in contact with the right person. They will talk to you about how many classes you want to take, as well as how long you want to have access to those classes and how many people want to take them, and they will quote it for you. And then once you get access to the classes, you'll receive a link from Rockwell, and they'll just send you information about how to register. So you'll go to the website that they send you, and then you'll pick the class of your choice, put in the access key, and the class will be ready to start. And then you'll have either 3 months to complete the class, or you'll have an entire year to complete all of the classes of your choosing. So now I'll be going over a demo unit. You might be wondering, what does this platform look like once you actually get into it? So I'll just be going over that so you guys know what to expect. So what you'll see here is it's going to take you to the main page, which is just rockwellautomation.com/my. What you're going to do is click Manage, and then you'll go to the App Store. And then within the App Store, you go to Learning Plus, and then you can just click Get Started. And don't worry, if you guys purchase this within the email from Rockwell, it'll tell you all of these steps so you can get to your training. Okay, so this is the main screen once you get to Learning Plus. At the top, what you see here, it's showing you all of the virtual classroom sessions. So it's showing you if you have anything that you're enrolled in today. I do not. And it also shows you the upcoming classes for the week as well as for the month. So I'm going to click See Detailed Schedule here. I'm going to go to the month view. So this shows you all of the classes, the virtual classroom, live instructor-led classes coming up. As you can see, there's quite a lot available, and they even have them in different regions throughout the country. So you can filter it however you want. Say you're working night shift and you want to be able to watch training live. We have training at that time for you as well. We have instructors from Australia doing this live. We have instructors from South Africa doing this live who will do it in English for you. So you should be able to find the class at the time that works best for you. You can filter it by region and by language and time zone to find what you want to attend. And then if you see a class that you like or you've been waiting for, you just click enroll. With the demo that I'm showing now, I'm not able to actually go that far, but you just click enroll, and then it will be on your schedule over here. So you'll know when it's coming up. You can also go about looking at training. If you scroll down a little bit, it'll show you all of the available courses on Learning Plus. So I'll just scroll to show you guys. These are all of the courses once you get into the platform that you have to pick from. I'm going to pick a super popular one we have. It's our ControlLogix Fundamentals course right here. And then once you click on it, what you'll see is you can either look at the e-learning version of the class. So this is going to be your self-paced pre-recorded training. It's broken up into modules. Or you can look at the virtual classroom sessions. So for CCP 146, these are the upcoming virtual classroom sessions available. If you see one that you like, you can join it or enroll in it. So I'm going to show you guys what e-learning looks like. I'm just going to pick a random module. We're going to go to the Locating and Identifying Logix 5000 System Components. And then what you'll see is when you click on this module, it's broken up even further. So let's just look at Locating and Identifying Logix 5000 Controllers. You're not going to be able to hear anything. I just want to let you guys know that, just the way that we're streaming right now. But I'm just going to show you guys a little bit of what Logix is like. there is a transcript here. So if you could hear it, this is what the instructor would be saying. So there's a bunch of different trainings that you can attend. And then to accompany each lesson, there is an activity at the end. So for this one, it's going to be a drag and drop activity just to test and make sure that you understood what was happening. So let's see if it's not letting me drag and drop it. It worked earlier, but for some reason it's not letting me do it right now. But basically you would just drag and drop it like chassis. I'm sure that would go here. Controller, you would just drag that to the controller, power supply, etc. And then you submit it and it tells you whether or not you understood the lesson. So we really want this to be something where you can attend the lesson, but then actually make sure you're retaining what you learned. And all these activities should help make sure that that's happening. So that was just a brief overview of the demo. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys one of the live instructor-led trainings, but that is just going to be like you're attending instructor-led class, except it's going to be through a computer screen. So that's really all I had for you guys. I hope that cleared some stuff up. And if you guys have any questions, I'd love to answer them. Or if you want me to elaborate on anything, just let me know.
Great. Thank you, Sydney. We don't have any live questions in the chat, but we're going to give a few minutes for anyone that has any follow-up questions for you now. And while we wait, some common questions that people might have, are CEUs offered with the Learning Plus courses?
Yes, so CEUs are offered if you get an 80% or higher on all of the assessments throughout the e-learning portion of the classes. And you'll also get a certificate of completion as well. So if that's something that's important to you, that is we offer that for Learning Plus.
Awesome. And do the Learning Plus courses count as prerequisites for traditional or accelerated certificate paths?
Yes, they do. So if you guys are familiar, we have different certificate pathways available if you're trying to pursue the Logix maintainer or the Logix programmer certificate, and you can use Learning Plus as a prerequisite for those courses. So traditionally, the certificate classes are 5 days of instructor-led in-person training, but now with Learning Plus, you don't have to attend a prerequisite class in person as well. You can do the prerequisite class online.
Interesting. Okay, that's awesome. And last question that our viewers might have is, can users start and stop courses when needed and save their progress as they go along?
Yes, you can. So for e-learning, which is the self-paced pre-recorded portion, you can stop and start it whenever you want, do as many modules at a time as you want, and really just take the training as long as you would like. For the virtual classroom sessions, those are going to be live, so you can't start and stop them, but there's a bunch of different options on when to attend. So if you can't attend the whole 3 hours or so of virtual training, you can attend an hour here and then find another class that's going to be running later and attend the rest at that time.
Great. Very flexible.
Yes.
So for anyone that's watching this as a recording, or for our live viewers now and you think of questions later that you want to ask, you can reach Sydney at the email address there on the bottom left of your screen, macamaclive@mc-nc.com. And I just want to remind you that this recording will be available on our YouTube channel under the Virtual Lunch and Learn playlist for you to reference at any time in the future. And with that, I want to thank you, Sydney, for a really informative session here today. And thank you to all of our live viewers for your time. We hope this session was engaging for you and informative. Remember to subscribe to the McNaughton-McKay YouTube channel for more industry content like this. And we look forward to seeing you all live again soon. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.